the Earth showed up in our universe, okay? And 4.5 billion years is a pretty long amount of time that we, right now when we're talking about, $700 trillion deficits or 700 billion, these numbers don't mean very much. But if we compress 4.5 billion years into 1 year, just to put it into perspective, where January 1st is the birth of the Earth, December 31st, right before midnight, is where we're standing right now, life has been around on this planet for the last 10 months. All right, so it's been around for 3.85 billion years. Quite a bit of history. Showed up March 1st. Pretty rapidly thereafter, at the end of March, we had photosynthesis. March 28th. Then single-celled organisms all the way through April, May, June, July, August. Didn't have sex until September 1st, long time to wait. All right. And then very rapidly, we end up with fish and land plants and moving all the way forward till the dinosaurs, right? Went extinct a really, really long time ago. Christmas Day, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And humans, all right, our actual ancestors, the first two-legged hominids, have only been walking this planet for about 5 hours. And Homo sapiens sapiens, our species, has been here a little less than 5 minutes. And the entire Industrial Revolution, which of course is where 99.9% of our ideas come from, doesn't even get a full second in the age of the planet, right? So there's a little bit of success, a little bit of history behind this planet, and some successes that have led to these amazing organisms that live here and thrive here on all corners of the planet. As a matter of fact, there's at least 30 million species, probably upwards of 100 million species on the planet. And that represents just 1% or less than 1% of all the species that have ever lived on the planet. So really what we have that surrounds us is this incredible genius that has one very, very important lesson for us. And that is how to survive here, right? It's been around for 10 months. It's been around for almost 4 billion years and has a great lesson in survival, right? Really, that's what sustainability is survival.
That statement encapsulates our efforts towards sustainability, or the survival of our business. We believe the following speakers will help us all concentrate on looking for and identifying trends. Each, in his or her unique way, can help us contribute to our sustainability.
So we practice what we call biomimicry, which is the conscious emulation of nature's genius, all right? And those 4 words are actually pretty carefully chosen. Conscious implies intent, that we actually are aware of the fact that we don't know, that we've been on the planet for under 5 hours, and therefore we could go out and ask. Emulation is also really important. We're not talking about a slavish imitation, slap nature on a photocopy machine and call it good, but rather emulating those best design principles. And I'm going to share some principles with you this morning and tomorrow, and we're going to see what it looks like to emulate those. And then nature's genius is based on the idea that she's been around a little bit longer than we have, and therefore probably knows a thing or two today, and for you guys to think about over the next 2 days, is this idea of adapting and evolving, that it's constantly changing, and how do we sort of predict and deal with that change? Well, being locally attuned and responsive, super critical. The strategies of surviving in a desert, whether you're a raven, a cactus, or a rattlesnake, are all unique to the individual species, but very specific to that place. All right, and understanding that local attunement, all right, attune is tied to antenna, all right, being tuned in to what's happening, and then responding appropriately, all right, and that's what I'm expecting we're going to hear from a lot of folks is what do we need to be tuned into, all right, what is our local ecosystem that we need to pay attention to? And one of the things is if you're locally attuned and responsive, then you can be resourceful and opportunistic. All right, life is incredibly opportunistic. It takes advantage of whatever it can. This grizzly bear was in Yellowstone not too many years ago and thought the bison calf would be a great tasty meal until mother bison decided otherwise.
Through biomimicry, we learn that sustainability equals survival. That to notice trends, we must be locally attuned and responsive, and we need to be opportunistic. Our next speaker takes us into the world of today and tomorrow.